Alicia, let's bring in James Craig, the former police chief of Detroit, credited with keeping people and businesses safe in Detroit last summer. He is also running for governor of Michigan as a Republican to try and unseat Gretchen Whitmer. Chief Craig, thank you so much for joining us today. Merry Christmas to you.
Hey, Merry Christmas, Anita. Thanks for having me on the show. But can I say one quick thing? I really want to offer prayers out to our family member, the Baltimore police officer that just passed, Kiana Holly. I want to offer prayers to her police family as well as her immediate family. Sad, sad day.
Terrible, terrible when we hear about these crimes affecting police across the country, and we join you in those prayers. Thank you so much. You know, crime is up in almost every major city. Homicides, other violent crimes. We're seeing the smash and grab robberies. How much do you think the defund police movement is to blame?
Well, it's a combination of things, Anita. Defund the police started the momentum, but it went on with these radical, liberal, reckless district attorneys, these judges who continue to send a message to violent predators, no consequences. So it's no surprise. Remember the tragedy that happened at the holiday or the Christmas parade where a suspect was out on bond weeks after he was released. And how many people lost their lives? Elderly and children. And let's talk about Chicago. That mayor, she needs to step down. In fact, if I wasn't running for governor of the state of Michigan, I'd go to Chicago, run for mayor, and take that city back because it's doable. And we need to call all these progressives out for not protecting their community.
Yeah, Chicago, one of our great American cities, no doubt. And speaking of Chicago, I want to take a listen to Alderman Raymond Lopez. He's a Democrat, but let's listen to what he had to say about crime in that state.
Everyday residents throughout the city of Chicago are struggling. They feel that they are quite literally under the gun every time they step out of their homes, whether it's to take their kids to school, whether it's to go to work, or whether it's just to take a walk around the block. And what we're seeing right now is that the pendulum that many Democratic politicians, and I will say as a Democrat, I find it disgusting that we're at this point, but they've pushed the pendulum so far to the left when it comes to criminal justice reform that we now favor criminals over victims, and that even as the politicians are becoming victims themselves, I'm more than certain they will never accept responsibility for the seeds that they've sown to bring us to this point.
Yeah, politicians becoming victims too, because I believe there was a state politician in Illinois who recently was carjacked or had some incident with a suspect. I want to turn though quickly to New York. That's another major city where we see crime on the rise. Recently, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez got into a little bit of a tit for tat with former police commissioner Bill Bratton that resulted in AOC calling for more police defunding, this time to pay for homeless shelters. Let's take a look at these tweets. First of all, Bill Bratton tweeted, you know why New York's recovery isn't happening? This photo today on the E train at 6:45 a.m. at 42nd and 8th says it all. Why should working people and tourists be subjected to this? How is it fair to those who need services? Imagine the cops' frustration with no support to deal with it. Well, AOC saw that, and this is what she tweeted in response. Of course they're frustrated. It's not policing's job or purpose to address housing, provide health care or counseling, or solve the reasons people sleep on the subway. Maybe if we shifted some of that $11 billion a year spent on robo-dogs to housing services, we could get somewhere. So essentially she's saying shift the money from police to housing for the homeless, but does that help solve crime?
Absolutely not, Anita. In fact, I'm a fan of Bill Bratton. I worked for him when I was in Los Angeles. We talk on a regular basis. He got it right. New York is one of the safest big cities in America. You take care of the small things, and you don't have what you see in New York right now. People are leaving places like New York, Los Angeles, my old home. Why? Because it's not safe. You got these radical liberal prosecutors. It's not the police. It's the prosecutors and the courts who are making victims out of suspects. And because of that, there are no consequences. So you got what you got. And so I say, as governor of the state of Michigan, come to Michigan. I'll take care of you.
All right. Well, I guess that could be your campaign slogan right there. You tried it out here first. All right. Chief James Craig, thank you so much to you. Merry Christmas, and we'll see you again soon, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely. Merry Christmas to you too, Anita.
Fantastic.